away to take on Bowling Green. It's a non-conference game, but for both teams very significant as they want to jump eventually into conference play with some momentum and an opportunity at a bowl game. Jim Barber and Randy Buffington, who started Akron as a wide receiver. Well, ordinarily when you talk FCS versus FBS, you say blowout for FBS. What do you think today?
Not at all, Jim. Listen, this is going to be a heck of a game. Both of these teams have a lot to play for. And looking at EKU, they had a really great game against Eastern Michigan last week. They weren't able to walk away with the win, but they showed out. And one of the people that they plan on playing for is on the sideline today. Walt Wells. They want to win for Walt. That's their head coach who went down with a scary cardiac episode last week, but thankfully he's on the sideline and healthy, and it should be a show.
It is good to see Coach Wells back. Well, he is out indefinitely as a head coach. Sure looks like a head coach to me out there, Randy.
Absolutely. You can't keep a head coach off the sideline. It doesn't matter what's going on.
And his ample replacement is Gary McPeak, who has a number of great phrases, and he shared with us earlier in the week that he's living a Disney movie. By being the interim head coach, he's hoping for a happy ending, as most Disney movies have typically.
Absolutely. Gary McPeak is going to handle all the calls today. He's leading the reins, and he doesn't want to get in the way. He knows that Walt has built a really solid program, and he just wants to be himself and don't let the team down.
Mason Lawler set to kick off for the Falcons in the home white. It is a whiteout today here at Dwight Perry Stadium, and we're pleased to have you with us for the next 3.5 to 4 hours. That's Scott Loeffler, year 4, trying to rebuild the Falcon program with 7 wins in 30 games. He needs this game today, certainly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he's challenging his offense and his entire team to step up to the plate. They have a whiteout, a lot of fans out here to celebrate, so let's see if they can make it happen.
Well, you promised us a close game here, so I'm going to hold you to it. And we hope for the best and a safe and healthy afternoon for all. And we are off and hit alignment in the front. Ball is loose. Falcons are diving for it. Almost plays like an onside kick. And Bowling Green gets the football. How about that?
Wow, what a start.
Well, was it by design or by accident?
That's the real question.
Either way, the Falcons are getting the ball. The kick was short, hit an up man, and because it hit an up man, it's a live football, and Bowling Green gets the ball.
All hands on deck.
Wow.
That's one way to start.
And it'll start from the 38-yard line just a few seconds in. So Matt McDonald is the quarterback for Bowling Green. He's the Boston College transfer who came along with his coach, one of the assistants at BC for a few years back. He's expecting a better game out of McDonald today. Set up a short pass out in the backfield. It's a good way to get a quarterback under control to start the game, and as a result, with a quick hit to Teron Keith, first down.
Yeah, Keith, he is mentioned as a hybrid guy. You'll see him a lot in third down situations, but we just got a first down out of him after a big catch and run.
Loeffler didn't like McDonald.
Down out of him after a big catch and run.
Loeffler didn't like McDonald the way he played in yesterday or last week's game against UCLA, and perhaps we can expand on that as he goes to a run play on 1st and 10, and it doesn't gain much. What's the biggest problem right now as far as Loeffler is concerned with Matt McDonald?
Yeah, it was just a few miscues and overthrowing receivers and just not putting everything together like they have in practice. That first game, they might have had a few jitters out there, but he's an experienced leader. He's a tough guy in his program. He's been a 3-year starter, so they just expect him to get things going, and he should.
After no gain, 2nd and 10. McDonald on the rollout. Little dump-off pass. Worked the first time. Sims with a catch. And Christian Sims, who may be playing on Sundays and Mondays and Thursday nights somewhere down the line in the National Football League, makes things happen.
Absolutely. Christian Sims, a big boy on the end. Tight ends are always quarterbacks' best friends. And made a big play up there. 6'4", 240-pound senior. He's a leader in this locker room.
Yep. It's a pickup of 14. It's a first down to the Eastern Kentucky 36. Just moments into our non-conference game today from Deutsch Perry Stadium. Everybody up on the line of scrimmage, trying to stop Mosley, and he may have picked up a yard. Last week, Eastern Kentucky allowed 124 yards on the ground and 33 carries by Eastern Michigan. That was slightly under 4 per carry. That's Chase Lassiter, who is one of the many transfers in the portal from FAU. That's Florida Atlantic. On second down. Huge hole. Ron Keefe inside the 20.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what coach doesn't like balance between passing and running?
Absolutely, and Leffler mentioned this. They wanted to get a balanced attack on offense and establish the running game early. TK did just that. Oh, spoke too soon. Got wrapped up a little early there, didn't he?
And for a loss on the play, back to the 24. Lassiter has made his presence known very quickly today. Switch numbers coming into the game. Maybe that's got something to do with his strong showing so far.
Absolutely. Got to be ready.
Loss of 5, second and 15. Home white uniforms for the Falcons with orange numerals. And movement on the offensive line on the right side will cost them 5.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Ron Hudson is our official today. It's a potpourri of conference officials from different leagues. Adam McClurg's the umpire. Greg Gumpf is the head linesman. Jen Burke, the side judge. A.J. Haddock is the line judge. Stacy Jamison, field judge. Jamie Burback, judge. Our center judge is Donald Breton II. Amber Cornell is our officiator for replay, and Darwin Schaefer is our replay official. McDonald looking to shoot it downfield. Now out of trouble again, another dump off. What kind of pressure do you think that Eastern Kentucky is getting so far on him?
He has a good amount of time back there. And Matt McDonald might have missed the guy, and Levi Gazarick right down the seam at tight end. But he dumped it off for a bit of a gain. But they need to make some room here because they got a little ways to go.
Believe it or not, in field goal range, should they stop this drive at this point on third down. Got to pick up 17, and the line to gain is down at the 9. McDonald again from the shotgun, 4-man rush. They get to him, and it's an incomplete pass. Good pressure from the right side on Matt McDonald. So the drive stalls. That means a field goal try coming up likely.
That's some pressure for you right there.
There's Lassiter again.
We've been saying his name all day. Big hit. QB hurries. Almost pulled off the sack on that one.
Mason Lawler coming on for what would be a 45-yarder. Trying to save the drive and make some points. Falcons 3, Eastern Kentucky nothing. So while the drive stalls, Mason Lawler comes through. And we will go to a break. 4 minutes into our game today between a team from the FCS and one from the FBS.
Thank you all for being here today. You are here because you made the decision to be collegiate student athletes. So let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if you want to win a conference championship, if you want to win a national championship. Now keep your hands up if you're willing to wake up 4:30 in the morning for mandatory workouts, if you're willing to put student first. So I'll ask you, are you willing to compete? Are you willing to execute? And are you willing to be a leader? Are you ready?
Electrified. Hanguk Tire. Your caramel frappe in the morning can earn you free McNuggets in the afternoon. Because every order earns points when you order with the McDonald's app. Download the app today to start earning free McDonald's.
I've got that blue sky got that sunshine.
And now, a short meditation for this crypto winter. I am calm like a mountain lake. I use Coinbase, the largest publicly traded crypto exchange. The exchange that's based in the US and has a world-class security team and protects my funds 24/7 and has over 10 years of experience weathering crypto cycles like this one. Coinbase, the most trusted crypto exchange.
Fall faves made easy. That's totally Target.
Girl, you can do better. At least with your big name wireless carrier. With Xfinity Mobile, you can get unlimited for $30 per month on the nation's most reliable 5G network. They can even save you hundreds a year on your wireless bill over T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon.
Wow, I can do better.
Yes, you can.
I can do better too.
Now, you really can do better. Switch to the fastest mobile service, Xfinity Mobile. Now with the best price on 2 lines of unlimited, just $30 a line.
Aided by, I guess, what you'd call an onside kick, hitting one of the up men of Eastern Kentucky, giving the football to Bowling Green on the opening kickoff. Then a 9-play, 36-yard drive resulting in 3 points. For the Falcons, that'll be the Colonel's chance to get on the scoreboard as we get ready to begin again from Dwight Perry Stadium. Randy Buffington, Jim Barber, and our fine ESPN Plus crew. Bowling Green playing in immense heat last week in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Heat index about 110. Actual temperature 98. Leffler told us earlier in the week we wore down.
They were doing some sweating
as well as we should have.
They were doing some sweating out there, absolutely. And we saw some cramps on the sidelines for a few of those guys. Thankfully, we don't have those temperatures for the field and for us in the booth.
Lawler's 45-yarder could be matched by the competition because Patrick Nations has got a leg that can hit 60. Of course, competition is a little different than practice, but nonetheless, they feel very comfortable with him from 50. So Mason Lawler has already been busy with an onside kick that was successful and a 45-yard field goal. This time he'll go deep. And so Eastern Kentucky will start from its own 25. First time on offense today. And he is the pride of Coalfield, Tennessee. His name is Parker McKinney. Population by way of the town, 2,351. Proud souls, and McKinney put together some strong numbers last week in a loss in Ypsilanti. He was 35 of 51 for 351 and 3 scores.
Absolutely. There's a lot to like about Parker McKinney. He's a leader on this offense, a 3-year starter, a very cerebral quarterback. And both sides know this. He knows exactly where the ball is going on every single play.
Doesn't talk a lot, though, but that's okay.
Yeah, leading by example.
Showing blitz on the first play, and then they back off. And able to smother up the run nonetheless for not much of a gain. Walter Hare, 56 with a tackle. He is an amazing story.
Yeah.
Out of Indianapolis, North Central High School. Didn't look as if he was going to make the program with Scott Leffler, and Scott spent a couple of weeks with him early in the morning. Developed a nice relationship, and when Walter's dad passed, I think that helped a lot.
Absolutely, and that's what you need in a coach, to be there for you in the tough times, not just on the field.
Absolutely. Second down, a lot of time for McKinney. And a safety valve pass that moves the football past the 30-yard line, so it'll be third and manageable coming up. Just to pick up a 4, it'll be third down and 5. 5 minutes in. Eastern Kentucky with great fourth quarter against Eastern Michigan, falling short by 8. That was on a Friday night, so they had an extra day to get ready for this Saturday afternoon game. Bowling Green rushes 4. Across the middle, pass complete. Is it enough for the first down? It's awfully close. Eastern Kentucky on the sideline says yes. The far side official said short by a yard. We'll see who wins out here.
That's a name you're going to hear a lot today. Number 13, Dakota Allen. He has a lot of interest. He's only in his second year playing tight end. He's a former quarterback. But he's a matchup nightmare for a lot of teams.
So Gary McPeak, the interim coach, decides they will not take a chance on 4th and 1 unless they go with a hard count here. That brings them the Australian kicker, Jeremy Edwards. Both teams have kickers from down under.
Yep.
By the way, they're finishing up their summer year, about to enter the fall. Catch made at the 30. And this drive will begin shortly thereafter. So Rogers with a modest return. And 6 minutes in, Bowling Green will have the football. When we come back, Falcons 3, Colonels nothing.
Your Morning Egg McMuffin can earn you a free afternoon Big Mac. Because every one of your orders earns points you can redeem for free McDonald's when you order with the McDonald's app. Download the app today to start earning free McDonald's.
Ion. Electrified. Hungok Tire.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
With Canva, we design social posts together.
We just drag and drop.
And make it pop.
And then watch the likes roll in.
What will you design today? Start designing for free at canva.com.
Affleck. Seriously? Now there's a hole in your defense. Look at the size of that. Gap! Is that a goat?
You talking about me?
Gap! I think this goat is saying gap.
Must be talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
So who's talking about the money Affleck pays to help close that gap?
Affleck! Gap! Affleck! Gap!
It's about to go down, baby.
Affleck!
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Affleck!
Is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
When gas prices go up, everyone gets a little fiscally creative.
Could you hold this?
Carpooling's a classic. Okay, at some point the tube is empty. Ooh, saving on gas and the gym? Nailed it. Who puts the tall guy in the middle?
It's modern.
All right, Van Gogh. Before you get too creative, make saving simple with a Walmart Plus membership.
Hey,
Join today and save 10 cents a gallon at Exxon and Mobil stations.
A sun-drenched afternoon for Game 2 of the season for both Eastern Kentucky and Bowling Green. Not a large history between the two schools, just meeting for the 6th time. Last time they met, it was a shootout in which Pope scored 3 times for Bowling Green in a victory over EKU. It was 42-35. Always, when I say back in 2018, it sounds like it was a long time ago. That's only, 4 years?
Right.
Decades on me. I always make it sound longer than it needs to be. This drive will begin at the Bowling Green 32. Falcons out of the Mid-American Conference and the Colonels from the ASUN. McDonald stepping up, looking to throw long. Got a man. First down inside the 45-yard line on a strike to Christian Sims. Sims' second catch, and both have been Randy for first downs.
Yeah. Matt McDonald making a good play here to his trusty tight end. Finding him on a flag route.
Sims is on a bunch of lists. Like the John Mackey list and many others, because he is considered an NFL prospect with his size and speed and strength. And isn't it interesting? We've got our 2 NFL prospects opposite each other, both on offense and both in catching or receiving positions.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to be a battle of the tight ends. But don't miss out on these wide receivers. Number 1 we just saw there, O.J. Hilaire. He's a heck of a player. We'll get to talking about him soon enough.
He has a consecutive streak going coming into this game, one of the longest in FBS. And he almost had a catch there to keep it going. Eastern Kentucky thought they got a pick. There is no ruling yet, or is there?
Ooh.
Looks like it hit the ground.
That'd have been a great play.
Yeah. Josh Hayes trapped it, so goes as a third down. Colonels tried to sell it. Nobody bought it.
Yeah. He tried.
Yeah.
Josh Hayes knows all the tricks. He's a 7th-year senior.
Isn't that amazing?
You don't see too many of that these days.
No, sir. Started his football at Purdue in 2016.
Amazing.
What I want to know is he's going to try for an 8th and 9th year.
Milking
Maybe a
for all
whole
they
decade,
got.
you know?
Play is under further review.
Say they have two different types of reviews, as Darwin Schaefer and Amber Cornell were sharing with us from replay prior to the game. One is a quick review, so we can get on with the game. Second one may take a while longer, and that probably is with targeting and perhaps scores of some consequence. Anything to keep the game going and keep it moving. Well, what do you think?
Wow. And Matt McDonald took a shot there, too. Didn't notice that the first go-around.
Call on the field as an incomplete pass. It will take
it's a tough angle.
Irreversible evidence to overturn. McDonald did take a blast there, didn't he? So the call on the field has been confirmed.
The ruling of incomplete pass is confirmed. Third down.
And again, that's our referee, Ron Hudson. So it'll be 3rd and 11.
Yep. That one hit the ground, but it was a good try, though.
Gary McPeak may be the interim coach, but he's pretty active out there.
Oh, yeah.
Have to get the football to the 38 of the Colonels. Bowling Green has Marshall on next week, and how about this? Marshall leading at Notre Dame at the half, 9-7. Marcus Freeman has had a tough debut. McDonald straight drop back, and it's batted up in the air. And McDonald kept it from being a pick. Whew. That could have been an interception, and Matt was savvy enough to knock it down. And so it'll be 4th and 11, a dangerous play, which began with the tip of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, T.K. McClendon playing some volleyball out there.
He's a kid from LSU, right? The transfer?
There's a lot of transfers on this team that are making an impact, and he's one of them. He is dominant out there.
So now an opportunity for Eastern Kentucky to get the football back for the second time. Good kick. And into the end zone. So Sammy Sir from Australia punts one. It results in a touchback.
And going back to Dakota Allen, this is a guy with a lot of upside. He is on a lot of boards across the country as an impact player for good reason. Last week, he finished with 2 touchdowns, 118 yards. And he's just a matchup nightmare again. We talked to him earlier this week, and he said he's too fast for linebackers and too big for safeties.
Folks, he's a cocky kid. I mean, I don't know how else you could say it, but he was a pleasure to talk to. And he claims he doesn't start the trash talking, but if somebody starts it for him, look out.
Yeah, I like it. Number 13, my man doesn't always start it, but he does always finish it.
McCoy in the catch there for pickup of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Halfway already through quarter number 1. 45-yard field goal by Mason Lawler, the only scoring so far in the game. Dakota Allen's diet has really changed. He gained about 30 pounds. And in doing so, he hit the rice and the ground turkey, stayed away from the junk food, got bigger, got stronger. And as you mentioned, could be a nightmare for any opposing team, FBS or FCS.
Yeah, and he's getting a lot of NFL looks, which is pretty crazy considering he's a former quarterback. He is, again, only in his 2nd season as a tight end, and he's already making strides. Last year, he had a heck of a year. Came out, first game blazing, and let's see if he can keep it up to ring some bells in the future.
Colonels need 3 to continue to drive. Bowling Green faking blitz. Let's see how many they come with. On third down, they will come with a blitz. Over the middle, good call to Allen. First down.
There we go. Look at him still running.
Yeah. So I didn't hear a whistle.
I love it. I love it.
Well, this is a good safe pass, and this guy is
elbows touch the ground a bit, but
very steady on catches too.
Yeah. Great hands. He said that during that time he was kind of growing through it. He was playing quarterback, was not playing as much as he wanted to, but in the offseason went to talk to the coaches and said, "Hey, I just want to play ball," and decided to switch his position. And things have been on the up and up ever since.
You saw the linebacker Williams moments ago. And timeout being called by Eastern Kentucky with 5:51 to go in the first quarter. The interim coach today is Gary McPeak. Walt Wells is on the sidelines, though. That's good news. 3-0 in favor of BGST.
This is Ego Labs, where technology and innovation create power beyond belief. Introducing the all-new Ego Power Plus blower, reaching an incredible 765 CFM. It's more powerful than gas, and at speeds of up to 200 miles per hour, it's the industry's most powerful blower. Featuring Ego's patented lithium battery technology, it runs up to 90 minutes on a single charge. That's why Ego is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
I've got that blue sky, I've got that sunshine.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. Then we took a hard left in East Africa. A right at Baja. A 180 in the empty quarter. And that 65-degree incline at Hell's Revenge. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
And now, a short meditation for this crypto winter. I am calm like a mountain lake. I use Coinbase, the largest publicly traded crypto exchange. The exchange that's based in the US and has a world-class security team and protects my funds 24/7 and has over 10 years of experience weathering crypto cycles like this one. Coinbase, the most trusted crypto exchange.
Girl, you can do better, at least with your big name wireless carrier. With Xfinity Mobile, you can get unlimited for $30 per month on the nation's most reliable 5G network. They can even save you hundreds a year on your wireless bill over T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon.
Wow, I can do better.
Yes, you can.
I can do better too.
Now, you really can do better. Switch to the fastest mobile service, Xfinity Mobile. Now with the best price on 2 lines of unlimited, just $30 a line.
In a previous drive, Parker McKinney tied the all-time completion mark for a quarterback at Eastern Kentucky. That means his next completion after this one to Dakota Allen will set a record.
Big time for him. Again, he's a leader for this offense. A captain. It all starts with him. It all starts with him. So let's see if we can keep it rolling. Let's break this record.
He will operate from the shotgun and from the 33, and he'll put the ball on the ground. Eastern Kentucky wanting very much to get something going offensively on the ground, and Kyandre McGlure able to answer that and pick up a first down.
Yeah, they really like McGlure out of the backfield. A steady hand for him, can do it both with his hands or with his feet. He chose the latter on that one.
Actually, he carries from the 33 to the 42, so it's a yard short of the first down, but he picks up 9 on the play. And official Ron Hudson is going to stop things for a moment, perhaps to confirm. Just the second week of college football for the referees as well.
Everybody's getting back to it.
Mac earlier today.
Second down.
Ohio with a visit up to Penn State was defeated soundly. Ball State leading Western Michigan in a league game today. 8:34 to go in the third, 22-14. And Akron down to Michigan State and East Lansing 7-0 halfway through the first. Little razzle-dazzle here. McKinney's got it back. And it's going to be picked.
He threw a lollipop up there.
A lot of eye candy, and Jordan Anderson playing center field picked it.
Man. A lot of trickery here. He has it. No, he has it. No, he has it.
So he'll still need another completion to break the all-time record. And this wasn't the way they had drawn it up during practice, I'm sure.
Yeah, not at all.
Third drive now of the game for the Falcons, starting in good field position, this time at the 40. See if the Falcons can capitalize. Bowling Green has two offensive coordinators, Greg Nosale and Max Warner. Both are up in the box. Greg goes by 9 fingers. Nosale actually lost a tip of his pinky finger during a football game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But kept on going.
Lose art.
Tough guy, man.
Casualties in war.
Yes. It'll be 3rd and 1 as we play deep into our first quarter in a 3-0 Bowling Green game. Well, I've seen a lot of John Blount Jr. He's a transfer out of Western Kentucky.
Yeah, and he makes a lot of plays. Ended up with a couple pass breakups last week. Tackle for loss, a sack. He's filling up the stat sheet.
Here's Jason Patterson trying to get the first down, and he did. Needed 1, got 3, and into Eastern Kentucky territory for the second time today. Go to Falcons. Well, you thought this game would be highly competitive. Did you expect it to be a defensive matchup so far?
Yeah, they're going head-to-head right now. Just a slow start for EKU on the offensive side of the ball thus far, but it's been a defensive matchup.
Now directly over center. Quick rollout out of the backfield. Another first down. The play has worked so well today. This time it's Kroom with a catch. Come on. His first reception today. Donald's been hard to defend there, and Kroom was wide open on a pickup of 17.
Yeah, and they're really big on Kroom. Ohio guy out of Sandusky. Can go up and make a big play, and they consider him a deep threat. Nice gain there.
That's a big high school football area. McDonald stepping up, got a man wide open again. Another Bowling Green first down, and this time close to the 10-yard line.
That one was to C.J. Lewis, a transfer out of Boston College, and he's been really good to have with this program the past 2 years. He was at BC for a while in the same class as Matt McDonald.
But know each other well, don't they?
Yeah, made the switch, and he's been balling ever since.
Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Falcons on the move. They can pick up a first down to the 1-yard line as Teron Keith carried again. You add up all the transfers on both sides, it's a bunch.
Yeah. These coaches are using these transfer portals big time. Kids want to play.
High snap. And when you talk to Lassiter and Leffler and the interim coach, McPeak, you don't get the impression that they like the portal all that much.
Yeah, they don't. They have mixed feelings about it, like I'm sure a lot of coaches do in the country right now. It's different. It's a different time. Not what they're used to, but it's the time is now.
Yeah. Well, Lassiter continues to have a very busy afternoon for Eastern Kentucky. Let's see if he can survive the heat. 85% humidity today on the black turf. McDonald with a fake looking to the end zone. Got a man open. Touchdown, Lewis.
Just how you draw it up. Dynamic duo. C.J. Lewis finding an opening in the back of the end zone, hoisting it up. Just how you draw it up.
A lot of poise by McDonald there. Didn't have his first receiver, but found Lewis, who made himself available, and it's 9-0.
And that's what you need. Sometimes it's not the first or the second option, but you make do regardless.
Mason Lawler for the 10th point. In fairness and Akron, you were always the number one option, weren't you?
I like you. I know I liked you.
McDonald likes Lewis on this play. With 1:43 to go, the Falcons have got their first touchdown of the game and now have a 10-0 lead. Well, the Bowling Green marching band was on the field earlier today, very active in the heat.
Yeah, everyone was getting to it, getting their reps in. We saw cheerleaders, we saw band, everybody getting to it, getting some extra practice in for the big day. A lot of fans out here today.
Well, off camera, they had the wheelbarrow race, and I don't know how these kids do it at that age, but it is youth. 8-play, 60-yard drive. McDonald very poised on the drive. Accomplishes the touchdown at 3.5 on a 6-yard pass to C.J. Lewis.
And that's the Matt McDonald that Scott Loeffler wanted to see today. He challenged this offense. He said, yo, you guys need to start making some plays. Matt, it's up to you.
Always starts with a quarterback, though, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Another touchback. And Eastern Kentucky will start with under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter from their own 25. That was an NCAA rule put into place a few years ago. Instead of 20, started at 25, allowing teams the option of avoiding a collision on kickoff, if you will, and have a safe position to begin the drive. Well, the interim coach, Gary McPeak, finds his team down 10-0 right now. You mentioned it earlier. He says, look, I don't plan on being a head coach. I like it right where I'm at.
Yeah.
Administrative position. And he said, look, I was the best option. I'd rather have an OC or a DC, offensive, defensive coordinator, take over the interim job. It made more sense for me to do that and let those guys do their job.
Yeah.
Let's see if McKinney can rev it up here on first down. Chased out of the pocket, and we'll keep it for a small gain.
And McKinney can use his legs. There will be some design quarterback runs where he'll keep it. There'll be some RPO out there.
And, of course, RPO stands for run pass option, which means that if you try to blitz this team, it may not be a great idea. Frankly, Eric Lewis, the defensive coordinator of Bowling Green, said we don't plan on blitzing like we did last week.
Yep, last week they were, again, out for a record. 56 blitzes in one day.
In the loss to UCLA, they led the Bruins 17-7 in the second quarter and then blitzed. Dorian, Thompson, Robinson, and DTR took off, and the rest was history.
Yeah, and that's just having an athletic quarterback that they weren't really expecting.
Injury to the offense.
Again, McKinney can move his legs, but DTR was something out there.
Falcons have more players available as we have a shaken-up Colonel just past the 25-yard line because of the allowance of FBS players versus FCS and scholarships. So there's about a good 20-player difference. And in 85-degree heat and 85-degree humidity, oh, you played in it before, it might matter.
Yeah, but to McPeak's point, he said that everybody will play here. They're not just having guys travel just for the sake of traveling. Not many ERWs, he mentioned.
Yeah.
Eat, ride, and watch.
Falcons defense. Through one game, these are modest statistics, short survey, but second in the MAC in sacks. TFLs are third, and turnover margin are fourth. And, of course, the pick earlier in this game kept Eastern Kentucky from driving the football on a gadget play that broke down.
Yeah, just a lot of trickery, a lot of smoke for no reason. No reason at all.
In the background, the bell tolls. That means that's a big third down for the defense. Under 1 minute remaining, first quarter. McKinney with three receivers to his left. Dakota Allen's probably in there somewhere. Needs to pick up 6. He will run. He will be short. If he got anything, he got a yard. He had nowhere to go as 17 DJ Taylor up to make the tackle. He's a Wake Forest transfer.
Yeah, just didn't have enough time back there. And DJ Taylor just making a big play when he needed to. I'm not going to sit up here and wait for you to, of course, pick our defense apart. Let me go up here and make a play.
Eastern's allowing the clock to wind down, and that means we have ended the first quarter, which right now has been dominated by Bowling Green. When we come back, the Colonels will punt it away. Mac McDonald's already thrown for his score to C.J. Lewis. 10-0. Back to business in a moment.
Electrified. Hungok Tire.
Meet Zach. His work-life balance is anything but balanced, but when he gets on the bike, he becomes Zen Zach. And Zen Zach rides with Geico, because saving money and getting great coverage is totally chill. Geico. Savings and service for both your sides.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
Little Caesars is now the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Let's go! Come on, keep it hot.
It's good! Pizza.
Again.
Harder, readier. Let's go. Pizza.
Pizza. No, pull. High five.
Pizza.
Come on.
Pizza.
We're ready!
Enjoy game day with a Fanceroni Pepperoni with over 100 old world pepperonis. Pizza.
Across the country, businesses have had to adjust how they operate and make difficult decisions to protect their employees, customers, and communities. While we don't yet fully know where this road will lead, we do know you don't have to walk it alone. When you're ready, Cox Media's team of experts will be here to offer thoughtful perspective on messaging and media planning as your customers are evolving how they watch, read, and connect. We're here to help you navigate this together. Cox Media. Better together.
Fall moments made easy. That's totally Target. What happens when you see it?
It's smiling at me, but not a friendly smile. It's the worst smile I've ever seen. It wears people's faces like masks.
Why is it that everybody else who's seen it is dead and you're alive?
You have it? Get away from me!
I am not gonna keep running. I have to face it. What are you?
Across the country, businesses have had to adjust how they operate and make difficult decisions to protect their employees, customers, and communities. While we don't yet fully know where this road will lead, we do know you don't have to walk it alone. When you're ready, Cox Media's team of experts will be here to offer thoughtful perspective on messaging and media planning as your customers are evolving how they watch, read, and connect. We're here to help you navigate this together. Cox Media. Better together.
A Lawler field goal and a Lewis touchdown catch. Our scoring on a game so far. Randy Buffington, Jim Barber back with you from Bowling Green as the second quarter commences. And Eastern Kentucky back in punt formation again. Jeremy Edwards punted the first time for 36 yards. This one's not going very far. In fact, the football is beyond the 40-yard line, so the Falcons will have great field position when we get back to this game as Bowling Green goes on offense.
blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
Electrified. Hunguk Tire.
With Canva, we design videos together. Easy.
Trim this.
Tweak that.
And that's a wrap.
What will you design today? Start designing for free at canva.com.
Welcome to Quick Trip.
Need some roller therapy?
Need a minute?
Need your wallet? Need a push?
Happens all the time.
If you need it, we have it. QT, more than a gas station.
Across the country, businesses have had to adjust how they operate and make difficult decisions to protect their employees, customers, and communities. While we don't yet fully know where this road will lead, we do know you don't have to walk it alone. When you're ready, Cox Media's team of experts will be here to offer thoughtful perspective on messaging and media planning as your customers are evolving how they watch, read, and connect. We're here to help you navigate this together. Cox Media. Better together.
I'm your football-obsessed best man.
When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate.
Across the country, businesses have had to adjust how they operate and make difficult decisions to protect their employees, customers, and communities. While we don't yet fully know where this road will lead, we do know you don't have to walk it alone. When you're ready, Cox Media's team of experts will be here to offer thoughtful perspective on messaging and media planning as your customers are evolving how they watch, read, and connect. We're here to help you navigate this together. Cox Media. Better together.
Out of FaceTime today. Take it around the Mid-American Conference where Ohio trailed early 14-0 and Happy Valley lost to Penn State 46-10. Central Michigan losing at home to USA 38-24. Ladarius Jefferson has 3 touchdowns today for Western Michigan. Carson Steele has 1. Ball State has the lead by 2. Later today and tonight includes Holy Cross against Buffalo and 5 other Mid-American Conference games. Jim Barber, Randy Buffington to start the second quarter. In the first quarter, the yards total dominated by Bowling Green, 120-37. Kind of reflects on the score, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
There's Mr. Lassiter up again. Chase now with 7 tackles in the game.
He is all over the place. We mentioned him earlier as just a playmaker for this defense. And the rest have to follow suit here.
Matt McDonald to the run game. One of the reasons that McDonald may be over center, not that you won't see that ordinarily, is that the starting center for Bowling Green, Jakari Robinson, not cleared by the NCAA academically. Therefore, he had to give way today to either Jalen Grant or his backup at the center position, Delonis Kabir. And Scott Leffler is not very happy about the lack of clearance, by the way, as well. 3rd and 6. Here comes pressure. McDonald steps up. Going to run for the first down and more. Inside the 35-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 36. But it's a first down.
Matt McDonald seeing a lot of green here, stepping up in the pocket and using those legs, protecting the ball. Exactly what you need to do.
Tex Bailey up there blocking along with Cameron Stewart. Now McDonald to the sidelines.
Ooh.
Oh, look at this. Down at the 50. Cramping, you think?
He went down pretty hard. It might have been an awkward fall for him.
Come out on the field for an injury to the offense.
Hopefully it is something like a cramp.
He took a heck of a hit on a previous series that we showed you on replay. We'll check on his status in a moment.
I've got that that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
Electrified. Hunguk Tire.
With insurance from auto owners, you can relax knowing we got you covered. That's simple human sense.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
I should do this for a living.
What happens when you see it?
It's smiling at me, but not a friendly smile. It's the worst smile I've ever seen. It wears people's faces like masks.
Why is it that everybody else who's seen it is dead and you're alive?
You have it? Get away from me!
I am not gonna keep running. I have to face it. What are you?
Some people are born to hustle. They just know their way around a good deal. That's why we hired them all. At Marshall's, our buyers hustle every day for the brands you love. They can tell the quality to cost ratio simply by touch and know what makes bone china different from porcelain. Impressive. But most importantly, they know that that bag is amazing, so we'll take them all for the right price. We get the deals, you get the good stuff. Marshall's.
A designed or not designed onside kick to start the game. It gets a little more bizarre with this. McDonald coming out the field and told to go down here. Well, it's not a bad slide. I mean, was he trying to conserve some time, get a timeout, or?
He had to want the TV timeout there. That's the only guess I have. But Matt McDonald with some acting chops. And the Oscar goes too.
And that means Cameron North will come on the field for at least one play. McDonald took a nasty hit earlier, but continued to play. In fact, he threw a touchdown pass after that. Looking in the eyes of Joseph Sales, the free safety for Eastern Kentucky. Ron Keith, the ball carrier, and McDonald now will re-enter. Well, whatever it was, he's fine.
Yeah. Thankfully. TK sticking a foot in the ground here. Gaining some yardage. They're really high on this guy, and he's stepping up in a big way with Jamal Johnson out for 4 weeks with a shoulder problem.
He's
so
a
good
huge
for him.
addition, yeah.
Yeah.
After the gain of 5, out of the backfield, incomplete. McDonald pressured and really didn't have much time to do anything. Let's see if it's 97. Ryan Jackson gets after him.
Oh, yeah, they're coming.
Not a heavy blitz team, Eastern Kentucky, but that time McDonald had to get rid of the ball quickly. 147-37 total yards. Falcons needing to get the football 5 yards further than 26. Empty backfield, McDonald. Safe pass over the middle.
Whoop.
Big play.
O.J. Hilaire. Talked about him a bit earlier today. You're meeting him just now. Making some plays, very shifty. Yards after catch all over the place. He was a big guy out of Alabama A&M last year. Scored 9 touchdowns in the SWAC. And he plans on making a very big impression here in the MAC conference.
With a Falcon record now of 24 consecutive games with a catch. Helmet comes off on the Eastern Kentucky side of the field. If it's provoked, the player can continue to stay in the game. If it's not, he'll need to be removed.
The defense, number 97, must leave the game for one play.
And because of that, Ryan Jackson will come out. Shane Burks, who is the original starter at the defensive tackle position, will come in. Clock continues to move, though. 3 minutes into the second quarter. The Falcons into the red zone for the second time today. This is McDonald. Broken up, line of scrimmage. That's happened a couple times today. Well, the pressure that's being applied right now by Eastern Kentucky. Defensive coordinator Jake Johnson is getting some heat on McDonald.
Big time. And that's big man Willie Taylor. He does a great job rushing the passer. And his approach to the game is something that the coaches talked about a lot. The way he studies in the film room is great for the younger guys to see.
He has a transfer from Washington State that arrived late, but has made his presence known early. Empty backfield. Incomplete on a bullet from McDonald intended for C.J. Lewis. That was a rocket.
Big time. And that ball touched a few hands.
Matthew Jackson might have been the last one to touch it for Eastern.
Oh, yeah, he knows it.
That will set up a Mason Lawler field goal attempt. This far shorter than the one he attempted earlier and made. This will be from the 32. No good.
How about that?
Nice looking drive stalls with a missed field goal. Wow.
Perfected by bartenders, poured by you. Introducing Bullet Crafted Cocktails.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? Well, could help them save on boat insurance too. Okay, request to come ashore. Geico.
Some people are born to hustle. They just know their way around a good deal. That's why we hired them all. At Marshall's, our buyers hustle every day for the brands you love. They can tell the quality to cost ratio simply by touch and know what makes bone china different from porcelain. Impressive. But most importantly, they know that that bag is amazing, so we'll take them all for the right price. We get the deals, you get the good stuff. Marshall's.
Electrified. Hungok Tire.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture. We've got to have each other's backs.
CeraVe, now the #1 dermatologist recommended skincare brand.
Wow, we're on Verizon now.
Because of their new plan, One Unlimited for iPhone. It comes with Apple One. That's Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and iCloud Plus.
All included on the network you want to be on.
Exactly. We could be up here all weekend listening to The Weekend.
While flinging Angry Birds.
Not you. You're lovely. Are you napping?
No, I'm watching my favorite show, starring me.
Get your Apple favorites all in one plan. Introducing One Unlimited for iPhone. And now get iPhone 14 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Welcome back. 11:20 to go. First half from Doit Perry. Bowling Green missing a short field goal moments ago, giving the football back to Eastern Kentucky. EKU losers last week to Eastern Michigan 42-34 with an interim head coach. The head coach, Walt Wells, on the sidelines. The cardiac episode, but he is back with the team. McKinley backpedaling and throwing, and the ball's caught.
That's a catch for you right there.
Looked as if McKinley was going to be heading back to his own end zone for the moment.
Going all out. Jaden Smith, not Will's son, making a big catch here. He's relied on a lot. Stretching out there, making a big play.
I caught that Jaden, not Will Smith reference. A little slow, by the way, of me to react, but nonetheless.
I'm glad somebody did.
First down to 37. Same receiver again, this time to midfield. And now, after the missed field goal, looks like the Colonels are energized.
Starting to move that ball.
Best looking drive of the afternoon. Now to the 50. See how Eric Lewis, the D coordinator for Bowling Green, attacks Parker. Trying to make him a little more uncomfortable back there. From the shotgun, they'll rush 4. Plenty of time to throw, and why not again? back-to-back-to-back completions to Smith.
3 in a row for number 3. And he just knows how to find the open spots.
It's a good-looking arm, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Parker McKinney, when he gets rolling, things can get really scary for defenses.
35 of 51 last week for 351. Falcons showing blitz to try to calm him down a little bit. Parker McKinley, we mentioned, out of Coalfield, Tennessee. His younger brother is named Peyton. It's spelled Peyton. Kind of reminds you of somebody, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've heard that name before.
And, well, the McKinney family grew up 45 minutes from the University of Tennessee, so that's a natural, isn't it? Second down. Pressure on McKinley. Dodges it, throws on the run, and got rid of it, and a penalty flag on the play as McKinley hit the deck.
Tried to give his guys a shot and took one back there. Yellow flags flying. Expect them to take a few steps up.
Our official again, Ron Hudson.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 23, defense, high hit to the quarterback. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So Darren Anders, one of the all-time tackler leaders over the last few years.
Oh, yeah.
Gets the 15-yard penalty, and now the Colonels on the cusp of the 15 in the red zone, their deepest drive of the game. Parker McKinley, thanks to Jaden Smith, looks like a new man out here in this drive.
Stepping it up.
1st and 10 from the Bowling Green 18. McKinley over the middle. Ball caught, tackle made. They're going to mark it at a 13. It's going to be a pickup of 5 yards on the play. Jaron Mitchell to catch. Transfer out of Northern Illinois. Had 4 catches, opening game 62 yards. And Anders, 8th in the FBS in tackles per game, was terrific at UCLA in a 45-17 defeat.
Yeah, he is on a lot of watch lists. He's playing incredible right now and has been for quite some time.
McKinney out of the backfield this time. Some gang tackling after the catch. Let's see where they mark. 2nd and 5 play.
Lots of pass stumping and some jawing afterward. Sloan here, putting 2 defenders on the ground and got to go all the way to the sideline and make it to the ground.
That's Braden Sloan's first catch. It'll be 1st and goal. Big opportunity for the Colonels from the ASUN, the Atlantic Sun Conference, trying to beat the MAC. McKinley. I mentioned about a 4.5-hour bus ride here. Eastern Kentucky will have its home opener next week. And Marshall, which is up in South Bend today, playing Notre Dame, will come to Deutsch Perry to play Bowling Green.
Yeah, they've been doing some traveling. They'll be happy to be home soon, but they got to win on the road in a tough environment in front of a fan base that's rocking their all white. They have on all maroon. And they're ready.
To the end zone. Whoa! Is it a catch? Yes, touchdown. And what a catch it was.
Oh, man. Cover your eardrums, guys. Sorry about that.
Jaden Higgins
got a little excited.
With a Sports Center catch.
Without a doubt.
Got to have 1 foot in.
Twinkle toes over here. That is nasty work. Jaden Higgins making a big play. Who needs 2 hands?
What a drive after the missed field goal. And what a celebration on the sidelines as well.
And he's got that belt. We talked to the team this week, Dakota Allen. He mentioned this belt is something that they of high value and importance to this team. They like to celebrate their victories, and that was a big win right there. Great catch by Higgins.
Jeremy Edwards will hold. Patrick Nations for the extra point. Eastern Kentucky alive and well. After a lengthy drive that results in a superb catch. 10-7. 7.5 to go. First half.
At Bowling Green State University, we are a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead and our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We are proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
I've got that blue sky, I've got that sunshine.
Electrified. Hungok Tire.
Your father knows about saving money. Everything I'm wearing, I've had since boot camp.
And I just saved on my car insurance for driving safe with USAA.
Auto insurance that flexes with you.
Hit the fit.
That's what we're made for.
What happens when you see it?
It's smiling at me, but not a friendly smile. It's the worst smile I've ever seen. It wears people's faces like masks.
Why is it that everybody else who's seen it is dead and you're alive?
You have it? Get away from me!
I am not gonna keep running. I have to face it. What are you?
My active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. Now, Skyrizi helps me get going by treating my skin and joints. Along with significantly clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Skyrizi attaches to and reduces a source of excess inflammation that can lead to skin and joint symptoms. With Skyrizi, 90% clearer skin and less joint pain is possible.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like the feeling of improving my skin and joints. And that means everything. Now's the time to talk to your doctor about how Skyrizi can help treat your psoriatic arthritis so you can get going. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Well, earlier in the week, Randy asked Gary McPeak, the interim coach, who are some of the dudes on your team? And this is one we put a star by.
Oh, yeah, big time. Jaden Higgins making a lot of plays out there. And this drive was led by both the Jadens. Jaden Smith, again, not Will's son, and Jaden Higgins making a really big catch to end that drive. Gotta love it. That just gets you excited. As a former receiver, I'm up here jumping up and down, screaming. But
you think the Academy Award winner's watching somewhere in Hollywood and got the reference? Guess we'll find out later, huh? Good one going on between Western Michigan and Ball State in Muncie. I'll be there next Saturday. 13-10 to go in the game. 30-29 Cardinals in a game that's had 5 lead changes already. Well, Darius Jefferson's had a huge afternoon for Western Michigan with 3 scores, and Carson Steele, what a great name for a running back, huh? Steele. He's got 122 yards on the ground for Ball State.
That's a close one, too.
Yeah, it's good to mix up conference games, I think, with money games, because the money games get out of hand pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And they're expected to. And so this conference game early in the season is hopefully indicative of the kind of play we'll see in the league.
Yeah. But the money games are good, too. And
yes.
Scott Leffler talked about it. It's good for these programs to show NFL Scouts that their guys can compete with anyone in the nation.
Got to try to build a program as you come in with a team that struggles on the mid-major level with money games. And Kent State may have taken it to the extreme. They've got 3 this year. I mean, the coffers will be filled pretty quickly, but it'll be quite a challenge.
Big time.
And Georgia's on the back end of those three, by the way.
Lots and lots of big names.
2nd and 8. Falcons now with just a 3-point lead. Content to run the ball, try to establish something up front. No gain on the play. They'll have a 3rd and 7. As Patterson carries. Got an injured Falcon.
Oh, man.
Appears to be 72, Cade Zimmerly. And Zimmerly can play some center position as well. He's listed as a backup at the right guard spot. Gary McPeak, interim coach for the first 2 games.
And he's fired up out there.
Yeah.
My man is ready to roll.
He quoted from the book of, what was it, Lou Holtz earlier in the week. Sleeping like a baby, up every 2 hours as the interim coach and crying like one. Yeah, that's not good news for Bowling Green there.
Yeah. Yeah, not good news. They're thin at this offensive line position, especially with Jakari Robinson not playing right now.
And Jakari again slated as the starting center for Bowling Green, not cleared academically by the clearinghouse and therefore remains in limbo until that is cleared, if it is in fact done. In the meantime, back to action, 3rd and 6. Momentum now switching over to Eastern in this game. See what Jake Johnson, the defensive coordinator, dials up for the Colonels. They're dialing up a blitz. McDonald avoids it. And he's been free of foot today. Slides at the 40-yard line where he'll mark down. He marked down a gain of 11. And Matt's showing us something with the legs today.
There he is. Getting his team out of some trouble. Didn't like the looks that he was getting. So why not turn on the Jets? Just for a quick second. I'll pass it next down.
Sure.
How about these legs for a bit?
Did a nice move on 28, Jalen Harrod, who was coming in to make the tackle. Timeout situation. 3 remaining for Bowling Green first half. 2 for Eastern Kentucky. So a 15-yard penalty now tacked on at the end of the run on the Colonels will move the football into Eastern Kentucky territory. Well, it was a penalty that helped out Eastern's drive, and Gary McPeak wants to know who's guilty here, because that shouldn't be happening.
Definitely shouldn't be happening.
Somebody, one of the assistants says, "It's all right, coach. Settle down." Not easy to do. Great game of football, highly emotional. Back to the run game, and a first down to pick up a 6, and now Bowling Green, aided by McDonald's legs, and a 15-yard penalty, and the carry by Keith, are now threatening to tack on a 3rd score of the day. As Tehran comes out of the game. 2nd and 4. Design play on the backfield to Hilaire, who moved from right to left. 2nd catch of the game. And a first down now for Bowling Green. Look at his speed, too. He accelerates quickly.
Very quickly. This guy can fly. Scott Leffler talked about it this week in meetings. Last week he had his feet in some sand, but this week, oh, he's moving.
A nice block from Harold Fannin Jr., the other tight end. Look at this. McDonald headed to the end zone. Touchdown. Hey, forget about his passing game. How about him as a runner?
Do not sleep on him.
What a fake, huh?
A little bit of trickery.
And 1 tackle broken.
Gotta love it. McDonald going all the way. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
And he was able to get out of the grasp of Willie Taylor III. Not easy. So Matt's thrown for a touchdown and has run for one as well. These two offenses, Randy, starting to get cranked up a bit.
They're starting to get this thing going.
We were 3-0 late into the first quarter. Since then, a couple of touchdowns for Bowling Green, one for Eastern Kentucky. We have a stoppage of play. So you take a look at the fake. Sold it nicely and only had one guy to beat.
Oh, yeah. And pumping up the crowd right after.
One more time. I'm not sure he had the right defensive.
God, he's a little windy.
He should be.
Oh, did he get rid of that ball too early?
Think that's what's in question? Let's see.
Oh,
it is in question.
Don't pull a Deshaun.
If the ball's
Jackson.
across, he's okay, right? Wow.
Got too excited.
Well, he certainly didn't realize it when he did it.
Stand it.
And he can breathe now.
Yeah, sigh of relief for my man.
I don't think he'll ever do that again. Mason Lawler on for the extra point. So just as soon as Eastern Kentucky got within 3, Bowling Green came back with a very quick answer, aided by McDonald's running, and a 15-yard penalty. And in 75 yards, 6 plays, in a little more than 2 minutes, now has a 10-point lead. Once again, it's 17-7.
And look how quickly, once things are rolling on all cylinders, they can make things happen pretty fast.
Yes.
2 minutes and 13 seconds, that's no time.
Not unusual to see a lot of scores, particularly at the end of games that are tight in a couple of minutes or so. Today's Texas game, Texas got a go-ahead field goal, and Alabama came down with just seconds remaining to win it.
Anything can happen. Gotta love college football.
Beauty of the game. Just week 2 of college football. So Mason Lawler will kick off. Let's see if the Colonels have an answer for what the Cardinals, or rather what the Falcons did moments ago. I mentioned the Cardinals are playing the Broncos today in Muncie. That ball did not reach the end zone. And the return is past the 20, close to the 25. So Eastern Kentucky is, to say the least, fortunate.
Yeah, they were able to get a decent return out of this, thankfully.
And McGlure, a nice return. He recognized, too, that the ball was still very much alive. And Keandre was able to return it 24 yards. And that's where Eastern Kentucky will go to work. First all-time is Parker McKinney on completions, second in pass attempts, passing yards, and touchdowns passing. Set the completion record just a possession earlier.
Oh, yeah, he's in those record books.
On first down, he'll be brought down. First sack of the game by the Falcons. Well, somewhere Eric Lewis has to be happy with the play of J.B. Brown. Had 8 tackles and a tackle for loss in the game against the UCLA Bruins.
Yeah, Scott Leffler mentioned it. He's one of the best players on this team. They have a very deep linebacker core. Last week, finished with 8 tackles, tackle for loss, QB hurry, filling up the stat sheet in a big sack there.
By the way, Eric's dad is in attendance today. 80 years young, Sherman Lewis. 34 years in the National Football League, and on top of that, Lewis also has a Super Bowl ring. And this I did not know. Sherman Lewis was 3rd in the Heisman voting.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Much more manageable 3rd and 6 now coming up for the Colonels. After Sloan's carry.
Big run by Sloan, by the way.
Trying to get him out of some difficulty. Bowling Green again. All 3 timeouts remain here in the first half. Parker in trouble, out of the backfield. Pass complete. First down and then some. Cornelius McCoy. 4 catches for 37 yards. He is a Georgia State transfer with the reception and run for a first down.
Yeah, and he played a lot of good ball there at Georgia State. Had a good time there. Made his way down here to Eastern Kentucky as a senior, and he's balling on his last year.
Georgia State in quite a battle today with North Carolina. Lost by 7. Right with North Carolina toward the end.
15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
That is the 3rd 15-yard penalty we've had here in the first half. 2 on Bowling Green and 1 on Eastern Kentucky. So what's going on out here?
They just want a little bit more inspiration from the coaches come halftime. That's what it sounds like.
And they may be getting it, because this now moves the football into Bowling Green territory. Lately, Parker McKinney has been tough enough to stop without penalties. Now the football resting at the Bowling Green 38. Back to the ground game and a pickup on first down. For a first down. Braden Sloan starting to be very active in this offense.
Yeah, strong run, breaking a lot of tackles here. Reading in between the guards and the tackles and making a big play to move the chains.
Pickup of a dozen. Now 1st and 10 from the 26. McKinney wide open out of the backfield. Braden Sloan, nobody picked him up. And Sloan with the catch picks up another first down. What happened here?
I'll take that easy dink and dump. You forgot about me? Take that one with you.
Yeah. Ridden out of bounds by Jalen Button, but now it's a first down. Football to Bowling Green 13. 3 minutes to go, first half. McKinley in trouble to the end zone. Man coverage, incomplete. Toward the goalpost. Dakota Allen, the intended receiver. He's had a quiet afternoon so far, but been able to spread the ball out to other receivers, and I don't think that Bowling Green has forgotten Allen.
Yeah, they haven't. They have him circled on their board as a big playmaker. They'll throw it up to him in times like those. Just giving him a shot, 50-50 ball. Let's see if our guy comes down with it, and we have ultimate faith in him.
2nd and 10. Sloan up the middle. Carries the football to the 7. Pick up a 6. 3rd and 4. This game got off to a relatively slow start. What do you think kind of ignited both teams?
Yeah, just a lot of big plays. Looking at EKU, a little bit of trickery earlier that didn't go the way that they hoped. Ended up in the wrong, the ball ended up in the wrong hands. But the ball ended up in the right hand a little bit down the road with Jaden Higgins with that one-handed catch. So some big plays to spark some energy in this in both of these teams.
Eastern 2 for 4 on 3rd down, incomplete.
And that's
intended for their top receiver too, and he was covered like a blanket.
Yeah, and that's money I know he wishes he had. Great defense here. Left on an island.
Jalen Button with the fine defense, and Dakota. Now field goal attempt coming up of 24 yards to narrow the deficit for Eastern Kentucky. Patrick Nations, who has that leg of 50 yards or better, hits the field goal. There is a penalty flag, however, on the play. And apparently it's going to be a penalty against Bowling Green.
Oh, wow.
So let's see if they take the points off the board. They only needed to get 4 for a first down, so that's likely to happen here.
If they get another shot here, that'd be huge.
And in fact, that will give them a first down. Offsides.
Offsides.
Wow. So you can erase the 3 points.
Offsides. Number 4, defense. Penalty is declined. Result of the play, field goal is
Well,
good.
I'm surprised they're going to take the 3 points. Excuse me.
Oh, wow.
It'll make it 17-10 with 2:12 to go. Well, let's talk about that decision.
That's very surprising. You got 5 free yards. It was only 4th and 4. You get another set of downs. Why not go, right? Gary McPeak, what's going on, my man? They said that they would leave it all out on the field, so I was really surprised by that call there because they're up in the MAC. Gary McPeak spoke very highly of the MAC conference and said that his team would not lay down. They're going to be in this thing. To quote him, he said that they are not the Washington Generals. They're going to fight back.
I remember the quote. In fact, he delivered, I think, at the Eastern Michigan game to the officials. Who must have got a kick out of it. Hopefully they're old enough to know who the Washington Generals are. So Patrick Nations now will kick off for Eastern Kentucky after the made field goal of 24 yards. Western Michigan in the 6th lead change up in Muncie is now taking the lead over Ball State on a 75-yard run by Tyler. It's a track meet in the Mid-American Conference. Falcons have 3 timeouts remaining in the first half and will start this drive from their own 25 with 2 minutes of change remaining. Eli's Places will visit at halftime plus first half highlights, including just an outstanding catch in the end zone. A one-handed grab. And it reminds you of some of the NFL receivers we see on Sundays.
Absolutely. And they practice that. I mean, we're in practice, throwing up one hand over the shoulder. There's so many drills just to get your game better.
Now, were you better at Akron with one hand or two hand? I'm looking back at your father who's up in the press box. He's not giving me an indication.
2 hands just to be secure, but
absolutely
one hand's when you're feeling good out there.
Sure. Kevon Kroom, his second catch. See if the Falcons go quickly as the clock moves. Down to 2 minutes. Mild gain on first down. It'll be 2nd and 7. Eastern Kentucky with a blitz as well. McDonald covers up.
Wow.
Near the goal line. Ball still loose.
That is insane.
If the Colonels have it, it's a touchdown. Can you believe that?
Unbelievable. High
huge
snap.
unforced error.
High snap. Ball went going toward the end zone. And it was off to the races.
55 is Jaden Bost.
Wow.
For Eastern Kentucky.
Right place at the right time, maybe to fall on top of that thing. And
yeah. Now the extra point could tie the game. What a wild second quarter this has been. Colonel 17, Falcons 17.
And we've got ourselves a game, folks.
Well, remember, Bowling Green did not have the center position set prior to the game. Jakari Robinson not cleared by the NCAA clearinghouse. Therefore, they've had to go to backups. That snap well over McDonald's head. It looked like he was going to get to it by the goal line, and then he couldn't retrieve it. And instead, Eastern Kentucky did. And with the extra point, the game is tied.
Wow, wow, wow.
The second quarter has been a wild, wild west type of show. And there aren't many Eastern Kentucky fans here, but I think there's the interim coach. He has to appreciate who is here and the hustle made by his defense. Joseph Sales is having quite a game today. Not sure who's credited with a touchdown. We saw a couple of bodies around it. And we'd mentioned a couple of players, but Sales has been very active today.
Whoever has the belt, we got to take a look at the sideline.
Yeah.
Whoever's hoisting that thing up.
That's a good point. Kind of copied after Vegas with the slot machine and other teams that use the championship belt. So Patrick Nations, good at kicking touchbacks, kicks one there. And Matt McDonald trying to center his team down. I wonder if he's going to be over center a little bit more now in light of what has happened and the fact that they've had to make changes at the center spot.
Yeah, and we lost number 72, Cade Zimmerly, earlier. That didn't help the offensive line, so a little bit of movement. Some guys that maybe don't have as much reps at that center position. You got to make adjustments.
Well, McDonald will continue from the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the Bowling Green 25. Trying to return some normality to this team, which at one point led 17-7. Well, if you're the Colonels, not expected to win, you're playing with house money right now.
All day long. Yeah, he mentioned that. They don't go back into league play until down the road, so they have a few games on their schedule where you're just feeling each other out. And again, out here for Walt Wells, so this would be big for him.
Now 3rd and long. It's a tough spot for Bowling Green as momentum has changed again. On a bad snap and fumble recovery in the end zone of all places. Eastern Kentucky still has 2 timeouts left if it holds serve here defensively. 4 men on the line of scrimmage, 4-man rush. McDonald, ball caught. It is going to be short of the first down. And so Bowling Green, unless it takes a chance here, will give up the ball.
And that's tough there as a receiver. You gotta know your depths in situations like that. So
that's a big kid there, by the way, 6'7", bro.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Eastern Kentucky. It's their second timeout of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
6'7". It's like, all right, maybe if you stick an arm out and fall forward, you might make it.
Yeah. Tyrone Broden, his first reception of the game. So now with 63 seconds to go, Eastern Kentucky expecting to get the ball back. Well, after a rather conservative first quarter, mostly the first quarter, game has entered a twilight zone in the second quarter.
Starting to open up a little bit.
So Ron Hudson just explained moments ago that Eastern Kentucky will not be charged a timeout. So it'll have 2 remaining in a first half that's taken more than 90 minutes. Jaden Smith will go deep to return. And Sammy Sir will punt for the Falcons. Sir is a freshman from Australia.
Oh, boy. Oh, and it went backwards.
Eastern Kentucky gets the foot. Now the Falcons have self-destructed here in the second quarter. That's Alex Bayer, who came from Valparaiso, where his special team blocked a punt for a touchdown at UCLA last week. Bayer's Valparaiso team led the country in blocked punts last season.
Yeah, and they started off with a bang last week with very special play on special teams. Payshawn Wimberly.
Got a scholarship prior to the game and came through with a blocked punt. Falcons rushing 4. McKinley, a lot of time flushed out. Looking to throw, and now will keep, and will stop the clock. And we'll mark him out at the 40.
McKinney.
It's 4.
McKinney with the little backyard football there. Scramble drill, trying to get his guys open. But he got 4 yards out of the deal.
Parker McKinney trying to lead the offense into at least field goal range. McKinney on second down. One hops it to Smith. It'll be third down. The field goal kicker for McKinney's team, Patrick Nations, is good from 50, according to Gary McPeak.
Yeah, he mentioned it. This guy has a boot.
So now Parker with a third down will try to get him at least closer and perhaps get a first down out of this and take a shot. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the Colonels. Let's see if Eric Lewis sends the blitz. Drops him back, and instead McKinney keeps and runs for a first down. Maybe a design quarterback draw, do you think?
I think so. We mentioned McKinney can use his legs out there. Threw the air 3 times last game for touchdowns. Earned one on the ground last week as well.
Now McKinney to throw to the sidelines, and the ball's caught. Dakota Allen. I didn't think we'd go the whole first half without mentioning an important play from him.
Absolutely.
Good for 14 yards.
Found the sideline too.
Now Patrick Nations is in field goal territory. But Eastern Kentucky is maybe thinking bigger. Parker McKinney flushed out. Looking down the field, nobody there for the moment. And he will be dragged down, and he is out of bounds. So that will stop the clock with 18 seconds to go, and it saves the timeout.
Really good clock management here.
Yes.
By McKinney.
Long run for 2 yards, but more importantly, got out of bounds. Still has a couple opportunities here at least to put it into the end zone. Keep an eye on Dakota Allen, who flanks out to the left. He's number 13. He's been a go-to guy for the team. Instead, they'll put it on the ground. Huge hole, touchdown.
There it is.
What a call. Braden Sloan with a score. And maybe Eastern Kentucky figured they would defend a pass, so they gave it to Sloan on the draw, and he did the rest. And he was untouched.
Yep. Big time, right up the middle. Couldn't draw it up any better. This sophomore out of Fraser, Kentucky is making some plays right now.
What a second quarter. (24-17) Eastern Kentucky with 13 seconds to go in the first half.
A little bit of shake and bake too.
This is a heck of a call on offense.
Take a bow, young man.
Yes. Andy Richmond's the coordinator on offense, up in the box with the handoff to Sloan, and a 44-yard drive in 43 seconds gives Eastern Kentucky its first lead of the game. Folks in the A-Sun, beware.
They're coming for it. Last season was a good one for them. They went out 7-4.
Thought they should have made the playoffs. Not that 7-4 was enough to qualify, Randy, but had they won their last game, might have gotten more of a bounce by the committee. And so it's that famous belt over there. That's getting a workout.
Yep. I want to see somebody cut a promo. I want someone to get in there. Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage bag.
By the way, 72 is Drew Hart from that offensive line, sharing the belt. Bowling Green with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half. Going to have to recover from a bad snap that resulted in a touchdown by the Eastern Kentucky defense. And then Parker McKinney doing it with his legs, as Matt McDonald did it for Bowling Green. And now Eastern Kentucky is up by a score. This first quarter took about 45 minutes. The second quarter, more than an hour. Then entertaining, though, and Bowling Green will take a knee. And that is how the first half is going to end. Home opener for the Falcons. And the whiteout crowd's got to be stunned a bit. Game in hand for a while at 17-7. But now trailing after 17 straight points. 24-17 to Eastern Kentucky.
EKU is here to stay. They're here to play. Make it.
It wouldn't be a blowout. You are correct, sir. So halftime here in Bowling Green, Ohio. It's been quite a first half. We'll check in with Eli Manning and bring you first half highlights coming up at the break. Please do not go anywhere.